Mike Martin's here. Mike Martin's channel. Thanks for joining me, guys. And yes, I wear my sunglasses indoors. I'm just kidding. Anyways, Canadian dollar surges with yields amid blockbuster jobs data. Last night I covered this because it's actually kind of important. And we found out the inevitable that we knew what was happening here, and it's not a good one. So Canada is blustering on yields and blockbuster job data from Bloomberg here. Well, if you remember yesterday, we covered this, and here it is, and here is the problem. In a nutshell, that other article we read was basically saying that a majority of the jobs were public sector jobs, government jobs. But you're probably thinking, well, that's great, Mike. The government's creating more jobs. No, that's not great, because those jobs create more red tape for everybody, slow things down, and include more government in your life. Now, the problem is they get funded by the private sector, the mom and pops businesses. This small store I pay taxes on, that helps support your public sector, your teachers, your DMV automotive people, your people that work picking up your trash and stuff. That's all public sector. Now, creating more public sector jobs looks nice and all on paper, especially when it shows you blockbuster jobs data. Realistically, it's actually pretty bad, because we're stealing from the middle class to pay more government sector workers. That's what's happening. So Canadian dollar surges with yields amid blockbuster jobs data. The Canadian dollar surged by the most in more than a month as stronger than expected domestic job report lowered expectations for the Bank of Canada to cut interest rates. Amid a risk-on tone with the signs of optimism in the U.S.-China trade talks, the loonie gained 0.7% on Friday, the second best performance among the group of 10 currencies. The employment figure drove the Canadian two-year yield up 10 basis points to 1.64%, leaving it above its U.S. counterpart by close to the biggest gap since 2017. The blockbuster jobs report combined with the improved risk appetite should give Canadian dollar a bit more lift, said Shum Osborne, chief foreign exchange strategist of Scotiabank. The report makes it hard to justify the rate cut at any time soon, the Bank of Canada. So they're looking at not to lower rates. They don't want to lower rates and further endanger the country. But the problem is there's actually quite a bit of problems here. Sorry, I'm just trying to see if this person's coming in my store. Nope. Okay. The problem is that we're facing here, it's public sector jobs, and that's very, very dangerous. You have no idea how dangerous that is. The economy added 53,700 jobs last month, StatsCan said. The following gain of 81,000 in August. The consensus was for an addition 7,500 jobs. The strong data bolster expectations that the economy will prove resilient in the face of trade headwinds. The Canadian dollar traded at 132, about 0.8% stronger on the week. Its 3.3% gain this year is the biggest among the G10 currencies. Futures are pricing in a 6% probability of the rate cut at the central bank's meeting on October 30th, compared to about 22% of the start of the week. The data also came on day when oil spoke of geopolitical concerns in the Middle East to further boost for the loonie. So obviously, America cannot survive off a $50 barrel, so you're going to start seeing tensions in the Middle East. But outside the fact, I'm concerned about this, how they're blustering these jobs. And if you go to my channel, yesterday, I covered this very importantly.
Pay taxes. I don't want to say all corporations, because the majority of corporations find loopholes in not paying taxes, so they don't contribute to the infrastructure, right?
So it's basically, when you have a public sector job, like teachers and stuff, that actually takes away from the infrastructure. It doesn't build more infrastructure. So if they hire 1,000 garbage men tomorrow to pick up more garbage, the problem with that is it's actually taking away from the infrastructure, because it is publicly funded by your tax dollars. And that's the most dangerous thing. I don't know how many, there's all government jobs that was created, and it goes into here. Let me see if I can get to the article where it says that. Yeah, I think it says here. See, Gains were full-time. They were entirely public sector positions. Private sector jobs dropped by 21,000. So that means who is funding the public sector? Who is funding everything? That's the dangerous part, and they're not letting us know exactly what's going on. Guys, share this video, get this out there, because this is extremely important. They're bolstering job numbers, but at what cost? Our future's cost. Our country's cost. Let me know, comment below.